Hi guys, it's me again. It is now week 17, I do believe. Yeah. Obviously there's no news this week because we weren't expecting any news, so I've decided this week, considering my interview is in just over 2 weeks and there's only 2 more videos before the video about my interview, that I'm going to talk a little bit in both this video and the next one about preparing for your interview. When I was trying to work out what I should wear for my interview, maybe, 5 months ago? I bought my stuff a little too early, let's not lie to ourselves. I was kind of looking through my closet at things that I already had, and let's just say I didn't have that much luck. What you should wear is kind of a broad topic that's debatable in a lot of areas. One thing that most people will tell you unanimously is that you should wear professional attire. Okay? You with me? This interview, despite being an interview for Disney and despite being a lot more casual in attitude than a lot of other interviews you'll see or experience, is still an interview. It's still an interview for a job. You still have to look professional. So one thing I would definitely recommend is professional attire. I've spoken to a lot of the girls who have already done their interviews and they were saying that there are a lot of people in casual clothes who may still get in because they had really interesting personalities. They were really nice people, they were really fun, they were really outgoing, and that's all good, but obviously because acceptances and no longer in considerations haven't come out yet, we're not really sure how that will impact on their application. And to be honest, if I were you, and if I were me, and I am, I definitely wouldn't want to risk... I just really wouldn't want to risk it. Like, it's a job interview, you wear the kind of clothes you would normally wear to a job interview, and if there's a possibility that going in casual dress will have an impact on your application because you may be a nice person, but you're not professional enough or responsible enough in Disney's eyes to show up in professional attire, then I really don't want to risk it. Like, ugh. It's a difficult subject. Everyone I've spoken to has unanimously agreed that wearing casual clothes is not worth the risk that it poses. So we're just going to talk straight up about professional attire and what is and isn't professional attire as considered by the general public and as considered by Disney, because casual clothes is just not the smartest idea. Let's just set that up first. For those who may or may not be familiar, Disney has something that they like to call the Disney look, or the non-costumed guidelines for your clothing and general appearance. These Disney look guidelines are a strict set, well, I guess you can't really call them guidelines if they're strict, but they're a strict set of rules about what you should and shouldn't wear when you are working at Disney. A lot of them are available online. The most comprehensive version of these rules can be found in a little thing that they like to call the Disney Look Book, and I'm not really sure where you can get these. I've been told that sometimes they send them out in the welcome packs, but not always, and also that was somewhere from the UK, so I don't even know if they send them to us. It just... When you get to Disney, they will explain the Disney Look guidelines to you in a lot of detail. There are some records of some of them on the Disney website, which I'm going to go over in a second. The thing about Disney Look is that it's compulsory for when you're working there, when you're attending classes at Disney University, when you're doing traditions, orientation, blah blah blah. But at your interview, it is not compulsory. They will not kick you out of the interview for not being in Disney look. That's not a thing they're gonna do. So the thing about the interview is that you would want to, if you're going professional attire and not risking it with casual clothing, you want to aim for Disney look, but don't worry if you fall short, because they're not going to kick you out. What I'm going to do really, really quickly is go over some of the non-costume guidelines that they list on the Disney College Program website. They have separate pages for men and women, so we're really, really quickly going to go over the different guidelines for men and women. Men, the big one is dress trousers and a professional style long or short sleeved shirt. That shirt needs to be tucked in, unless it is a camp style shirt, I have no idea what that means, or a sweater that is specifically tailored for the purpose of not being tucked in, I guess. I don't wear men's clothing, I don't know what that means. It then says a tie, sport coat or suit may be required at certain times depending on your role. Obviously that's definitely more of a later on kind of thing. I wouldn't recommend wearing a whole suit to your interview, although, you know, you could go the extra mile. Then it says later on, after a whole bunch of weird mumbo jumbo that I don't understand and very role specific information, it says that clothing not permitted includes polo or golf style shirts, cargo style trousers, t-shirts and garments of denim fabrics. Denim. Winter jackets and coats are permissible as long as they present a professional appearance and are made of certain approved fabrics. The approved fabrics include wool, leather, and microfiber. It then proceeds to say denim, nylon, satin, and other casual fabrics would not meet these professional guidelines. In terms of footwear, it says that Western boots and deck shoes are not permitted. No idea what deck shoes are. Someone tell me what deck shoes are. And then we're going to quickly move on to women. So for women, professional options include dress pants with a classic style blouse, or sweater, skirted or pantsuit, dress with or without jacket, and business style walking shorts with a blouse and jacket or vest. Sleeveless tops and dresses are permitted, provided the sleeve width is no fewer than 3 inches. Things that are not permitted are tank tops, spaghetti straps, and other casual styles. Clothing that is not permitted is polo and golf style shirts, cargo style pants, t-shirts, sundresses, leggings, casual shorts, wraparound shorts, one-piece rompers, and garments made of leather fabric. And same with men, winter coats and jackets are permitted, but they have to be the fabrics that I mentioned earlier and not the fabrics I mentioned earlier. You know how it works, the good ones and the bad ones. Dresses have to be at least 3 inches from the top of the kneecap bone, and pants should be long enough to touch the bottom of the ankles. So that's about it in terms of the Disney dress code. There is quite a bit more in those 2 pages, the men and women's ones. I'll link them down below, and they're also in the blog post if you want to go looking for them, because there is a few more things that I didn't bother mentioning, like jewelry, footwear, hosiery, that kind of stuff. Yeah, so the thing about Disney look is that it's not actually compulsory for the interview. What you need to wear for the interview is something that is professional, that you feel comfortable in, and that will portray you in a positive light to the interviewer, because the interview isn't supposed to be a stressful experience, it's supposed to be fun. They purposefully make it that way so that you can relax, and if you're not wearing something that you feel comfortable in, then you're not going to relax. Realistically, you need to pick something that is a balance between comfortable and professional. That's realistically what you need to be looking for. And my advice to people is always to aim for Disney look, but don't worry if you fall short, because you will fall somewhere in the category of business casual, and that is really perfect for what you're going for. My advice to people, as I said before, is definitely to head more towards the professional attire side of things, because it may not have that much of an effect on your application or your interview, but really, why risk it? That's just my personal opinion. If you want to wear casual clothes, go ahead. Don't follow my advice. My advice is probably crap advice, but it's there. So this has been my kind of short-ish rundown of Disney look. I do have a blog post about this, which I will link to here or there or anywhere, which possibly doesn't go into that much more detail, but sometimes I feel like I'm definitely a lot more eloquent in the written word, and also it has some helpful links and stuff that you might want to check out. And also the contents of this video and the next one are all in one post, so you don't even have to go anywhere else to get your information. See you guys next week. Bye!